dog. How you doing, man?
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But don't break.
Yeah. What's good? This is Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans. You got Stony Cook right now. Hustle Stack should be joining us shortly. I don't know, man. He probably didn't get the memo yet. But and Shondo, you know, he's on his engagement. He's taking care of business right now. So, you know, respect to Shondo. We'll catch up with you soon, brother. But yeah, man, this is Parlay with us, man. You know how we do. We got NFL Week 11. We got Thursday Night Football, Eagles versus the Commanders. And we got some best bets for you. Stoney looks like he got some bets for you guys. He got y'all ready to go. Yeah, man. I think tonight's a good one. We're gonna start for tonight, man. It's Thursday night game. That both teams have good records. You got
Oh, there he
Washington at 7-3, and you got Philly at 7-2. What? Wait. Hold up.
Oh, damn.
Hold up, man. I'm gonna have to pause this. I don't know if I want to do it like this.
Nah. I'm just coming on. I'm getting off real quick. But yo, just tuned into the show. I came in to get the cast off and woke up with the RoboCop boot on. So
Get out of here.
yeah, caught the staph infection, man.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I got a good doctor. He's a good doctor though. So I was supposed to come in and matter of fact, I meant to call you yesterday, Beans, but I had a lot going on to let you know my fault.
Right.
But
Because it's kind of we just said it like yo.
I called you too, Riz. Then I called
Yeah, you
too,
did,
right?
man. My bad. That's my bad, man. Like, yo, not calling you back, man, bit me in the ass because that was important, man. But I man, I don't know. I was caught up, man, and I was like, damn, man. I know T's like, let's do it again, man.
we busy on our grown man shit. Hey,
You good though, fam? Damn, man. Oh my
this
god.
is being Stony. This is all that Seaver Street dirt. That karma done came back and got me, dog.
No, it's all good, man. It was just a
Nah.
accident,
Yo,
man.
those things happen.
man.
Trust me. Wifey be telling me, you know, she's in Soul Stoney's wife in the medical, man. They RNs. They tell me I know about that staff. Trust me, she talks about that. That happens. It happens. Trust me.
Yeah,
so you know, but long as they know what they doing, they caught it up on time, and they give you the antibiotics, you know, that you need. You should be good.
Yeah, they So they came in. It was supposed to be a routine, you know, clean out. They got to clean it out, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm hooked up to some machine, and it's like you can see it sucking out all the joint. So the surgery. So he must have went in there, and it must have been worse than what he thought.
Right.
But shout out to him. He's a good doctor. He's the one that's been
And that's in your leg.
Yeah, my ankle.
Oh,
so
the ankle.
He's the one that's been handling the procedure. Shout out to Dr. Mates. I'm about to get Mates on the show after this one.
Oh my God.
Matter of fact, his best friend, was ironic, is one of the trainers for the Celtics, he told me.
Oh, get out of here.
Just got the job this year.
Wow.
So I'm gonna try to get the doctor on the show on the low.
That'd be cool. Yo, but stay healthy, man. Yo, that's crazy that I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? What am I seeing here? I thought it was just you and your camera in your room. You probably didn't turn on your light or something. I'm like, wait a minute, this dude look like he's in the bed with a hold up. Nah,
man, it's all good, man. I'm in good spirits, bro. I'm in good
spirits.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Look, you woke up with a boot. You didn't wake up missing something. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and always look at the positive thing. You see what I'm saying? Like always look at the positive, man.
Because we don't heard stories about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, man. You know
that's true.
So
damn.
But you're good money, man.
You're good, man. So we will, you know, I don't want to keep you on there, but
Yeah, I'm
thanks
gonna
for
watch the
calling us.
show. I'm gonna
Yo, I
watch it. I
can't
got the
believe
full.
that you even jumped on here like that. That is just amazing.
Yo,
Yo,
I'm
that's
loyal.
so
I'm a
crazy.
loyal to the show, man. I gotta check
Yeah,
in.
man.
Got
Oh man, did you show loyalty? I can't call out sick seeing this stuff, man. Like,
I know.
shame on me, man, calling out sick, man. Real, man.
everything good, man. Everything. I appreciate y'all, man. But I'm gonna listen to the show. I'm gonna listen. I'm just gonna get off and I'm gonna
Yep.
listen. I'll be in the
What's up?
comments
We
though.
got you.
Yo, we got you, man. Get healthy. We'll see you on
Sure.
Sunday, man. I'm sure you'll be home by then, man.
Yeah, I got something for Stony Sunday too.
Oh yeah. Yo, bring it, man. Bring it, cause man, I'm telling you, falling behind, man.
Oh
I
man.
got something for you too.
I'll call you
better
in the
come,
morning. If
boy.
anything, I'll call you after the show. If not, I'll call you in the morning. We'll chop it up.
Yeah, y'all be good, man. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be in the live joint.
Okay, cool. Be easy.
All right, man.
Well done,
All right,
man.
one.
All right, T.
Wow, yo, I can't believe, yo, that was Hustle Stacks, man. If y'all saw that real quick, this dude's in the hospital, in the bed, hooked up to a friggin' what they call that oxygen machine, because he caught he had a situation, broken ankle, and ended up with staph infection. That's craziness. Hope he will be good. They'll take care of business and get him back on his on his ones and twos. Shout out to T, man. Wow, Stack.
Not taking a day off, man. Like my man, middle of operation, still coming through, man. But it was good to hear from him because we was worried. We
was just saying, like we ain't hear from Stacks all day,
man. But let me tell you, man. Stacks, man. Let me tell you, man. I promise, man. You call me, I missed that call, man. I'm gonna write myself a reminder. They try to get back to you, man, because that right there, that's just one of those things, man. You be like, damn, man,
right?
Oh, man, you missed his call and get back to him, and look where he's at. So
exactly, right? Yeah. So like you said, that stuff is important when you see them type of. Yeah, you're right. Get back to him. Yeah, at the moment you probably couldn't pick it up, but yeah, do get back. You're totally right. You're totally right. Let me see. We got a comment. Doe's out there. Yo, Doe, Stacks is in the hospital, bro. Like, give him a call. He'll give you the ones and twos on what happened, but it happened to do with his broken ankle. And they went to go get the boot off, and it didn't. There was some issues. There was some situations. So yeah, Doe. Shout out to Sean Doe, man. Thanks for jumping in. That is a show member. Sean, call him up, hit him up. Yeah, it's crazy, and he even jumped on Doe, like he just was on here watching the show, like on the show in the hospital bed. That's wild. Yo, T don't play around. But yeah, Doe, hit him up. But praises, enough respect to T, man. You be good. I know T's a strong dude, man. This dude don't take no days off, like you said. He's one of them type of dudes. Okay, he said he's at work. He's at work till 11. He'll give him a call. Yeah, give him a call, though. So let's get it going, man. Tonight's Thursday night football game, man. The show must go on. My brother will be better. I'm not worrying about that. Teebs, I got a shout out. See, people are coming back in. What up, my peoples? Teebs, bro. What up, fam? What up, my nephew? Teebs, all the way. Tiba, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Teeb, actually, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Shout out to my nephew, man. He always was one of the loyal fans of Parlay with us since the inception of this show and podcast, man. Enough respect to my Teebs world. My nephew. Yeah, so with that being said, how you want to get okay, as I was saying, Thursday night football game, the two good teams, man. Commanders, Eagles. The Eagles is like some of an enigma. I remember you said that early on in this this year's podcast a few episodes ago. You say, all of us was kind of like said the same thing, not just you. We all was like, something about the Eagles is not right. Something's not right there. Even though Barkley's playing and Saquon's playing his ass off, and their defense look pretty decent. There's something not right. Something about the team, and don't look like championship yet. And then the Commanders is just on a trajectory. They climbing, right? They hitting the sky. they going to the playoffs. And they might be dangerous. That's a team that, some of these teams in the NFC, nobody probably even considered the Washington Commanders to be where they at. So that might be they might be what they call that, a spoiler in the NFC playoff outlook this year. What do you think?
Yeah, well, the Commanders are way ahead of schedule. Thanks to Jaden Daniels. They knew he was gonna be good, but they didn't think he was gonna be that good, that much of a difference maker. He's playing some good football right now. He's making plays. He's not turning the ball over. He's getting the offense, rolling, and that's what you want from a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Limit the turnovers, manage the game, find an open man, and don't force a bad play. And that's why they have a 7-3 record, because he's doing all of that. He's protecting the ball, he's finding his receivers, and he's using his legs when he needs to use them. The thing is, he needs to work on knowing when to get down and minimize the hits. But other than that, the Commanders are way ahead of schedule, and the league is it's not a big surprise. It's a surprise, not a huge surprise, because they felt the Commanders was gonna make some type of transition this year, but definitely have the league on notice, and it's a very talented team.
Right. Yeah, Stacks, you're right. You said Stoney was right on with Daniels. That was his pick. Yeah, you and Marty. Martin had that out there
Daniel
too. Yep.
I just thought he was more. I just felt like he was more NFL ready.
Yeah.
I seen some things in college. His poise.
Yeah, I remember Marty was telling me. Martin was like, "Yo, cuz that kid from LSU, I know nothing about him. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about him. Not to cut you off, but yeah, y'all saw that coming. I'll give that to both of y'all, both of that. You and Martin, y'all saw Daniels coming long time ago, and yeah, he's making a difference on that team. That team now is the only thing Washington got to do is keep building off of that. Do not go backwards just because y'all thinking y'all having a superb season. Build off of it. Make sure you build that steps. Keep building that special teams. Build that defensive team, that defensive squad, and make sure you got them dogs at receivers and a good running back. If y'all keep that up, they gonna be problems.
Yes, they are. Man.
You know what I mean? Like trust me. But people was thinking the Cowboys was going, because they had CeeDee Lamb and Dak and all of that. They thought they was gonna do their thing. Nah, it's the Skins in the NFC. It's the Lions in the NFC. You know what I mean? I thought the Seahawks was gonna be dog this year. No, it's the Lions and it's the Skins in the NFC. It's the sneaky Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, for them,
right? So, the NFC to me they look like it's the division this year compared to the AFC. Even though we got, you got Magic Pat, but you got Magic Pat, you got the Bills, but the Bills is quiet right now. Nobody even screaming Bills. The Bills is quietly good right now. Let me see their record though, real quick.
Yeah, the Bills, the Bills are they there, man. They just playing some good football right now. The
Bills are 8-2. The Bills are 8-2, fam.
8-2 on a sneaky 8-2.
On a sneak, that's what I'm saying. On some sneaky quiet shit. Nobody ain't even screaming Bills like that, and they are 8-2. So you're right, though. I feel you, though, Stacks. And as far as that is concerned, those are the teams in the AFC. The Ravens, you can't forget the Ravens is a juggernaut out there. They trying to crack that ceiling, right? They trying to hit that ceiling and get over that Mahomes punching bag. You know what I mean? Being Mahomes' punching bag. They trying to get over that. A team that to me looked pretty good is taking a step back. And you're right. I didn't see that coming, but they've taken a step back. even though the quarterback's good as the Bengals was building something sweet there. Offensively, they was building something sweet. And this season, it seems like even though Chase got back on ball, and Burrow, he, hopefully he's staying healthy. The Bengals, to me, still seems like there's something they going backwards, just like you said. Let me see what Stacks got to say.
Yeah.
I'm glad Stacks is chiming in from the bed, from the hospital bed.
Yeah, going back to
Go ahead.
the Commanders, they may need to work on their defense. They probably need to work on their secondary. It's kind of loose back there. They give up yards to the receivers. But man, they're in a great spot in terms of the rebuilding, so to speak. Building this team, building this new culture. They're like way ahead of the plan. They got the great quarterback already in place, so they don't got to worry about that. They got great offensive weapons. Now they just need to probably add on the defense. But first and foremost, let's see how far this team gets this year. Let's see how good they do. And I think from there, they're going to work from that. They're going to see, what set them back, so to speak, if they can. Nobody's really picking them to win the Super Bowl, but, I'm sure once they struggle and they lose that game, if they make it they should make it to the playoffs. But once they lose to the playoffs, they lose in the playoffs, and depends how they lose, they're going to see where the weaknesses was. And they're just going to add to that. So the Commanders are in good hands. But to your point earlier, yes, I feel like the NFC conference may be stronger than the AFC conference this year because there's more teams on the NFC doing their thing. But I think it's somewhat equal because now a lot of these teams that were struggling are starting to pick it up. They starting to win some games. They starting to start some win streaks, and it's gonna be interesting, man, down the stretch.
Right. No, it is. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Definitely gonna be interesting. Stack says Buffalo, Kansas City, marquee games of the week by far. Buffalo, Pittsburgh next up. 2 great games. Yeah, you're right. Those are some good games. And don't forget they made a trade for Lattimore, Stoney, quarterback from the Saints. He's gonna help them
exactly.
With the
yeah, you're right. Good point there. Good point there, Stacks. And they addressed it. The only thing was he's been hurt, but yeah, he'll come back.
Lattimore, he's a cornerback.
Yeah, he's a cornerback
from the Saints.
Yes, from the Saints.
Okay, so
like a lockdown corner, but he's just been injured. That's why he had.
Who picked? I forgot. He just went.
The Commanders picked him up.
Commander. That's right. That's going to help that situation. You're right, those Stacks.
They're addressing that secondary. And
you're right, Stacks. You're right, cornerback.
They're going to continue to address that because they're in a division where all these teams got those receivers, they got those quarterbacks, they passing, so they know they're going to have to improve that secondary.
Right.
As much as they can, starting now with Lattimore and in the offseason.
Right. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let me add to the stage the screen. And we're going to go down a little slate. We're going to talk a quick slate real quick if you want to go down this week's NFL Week 11 slate, guys. So we already talked about the Commanders game. Before we move on with the Commanders game, who you got on this game tonight? And what would be your bet tonight? I want to say I think the Commanders could go into Philadelphia and take a game tonight.
Well, I'm going to take a different route tonight because man, this is one of those games that could go either way. Right now, the Eagles are -4.
Okay,
I think that's a little much. Like whenever you can get 4 points in a division game, and I'm speaking in terms of the Commanders having +4. It's always a great thing. Always a great thing for a division game and an underdog getting that many points. The only thing I'm afraid of is that they're in Philly. Philly's playing some good football right now.
They are.
They're healthy for the first time. They got everybody. Everybody's on deck. Everybody's healthy. And they clicking on all cylinders. That's the only thing that worries me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the total, which is 49.5. I'm gonna go with the under.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ride with that primetime unders. Primetime unders been on a roll.
Okay.
I mean, I think they're like 19-10 to the under.
Okay.
And I see
Now it's prime
I
time
see the
under. Is
type
that
of
a
game.
YouTube? Is that a resource for a betting resource on social media or streaming?
No, primetime Mondays is a lot of these games like Monday night, Thursday night. A lot of those
Okay.
type of games finish under the total.
Okay.
They have
Okay.
a good record. So, like on a Monday night game, you would probably pick the under. So, like
Okay.
the primetime
Okay.
games.
Yes.
Well, Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night.
Right.
Primetime.
Prime time.
Games that are
Okay.
played on those times of the on those that time of the day
Yeah.
been going under.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna run with that in
Okay.
this game because I can't really decide on the side. It's just so tight. It could go either way. The Eagles, I could see the Eagles winning by 6, by 7, or I could see Washington losing by 3 or less. You know, I could see them covering, possibly even pulling an upset. I could just see it going either way. So
Right.
since I can't really get a good feel of the side, the
Right.
spread,
Right.
I'm gonna go and focus on the total and
Okay.
rely on the primetime unders to continue to cash because they've been doing really good this year. For some reason, all these games that are on prime time, Sunday, Thursday, Monday, a lot of these games been finished under the total. I
Okay.
don't know if because maybe some of these teams are coming on a short week, which a lot of time that's the case. In this case, you got division rivals. You know, usually division rival games, they're usually tight and they're usually, you know, that close and really tight when it comes to scoring. So
Right.
I'm gonna base my decision to take the total on that, on those stats, and you know, hoping it comes through tonight. So I'm taking the under 49.5 tonight.
Sounds that's good, man. Sounds like hey, you know the stats. Thanks for giving us that stats.
Yeah, look it up.
Tony.
I think they're 19-10 right now.
That's
so
that's
far.
crazy. So I would listen. That sounds like a good option to roll with.
And I got put on to that. Like I didn't find that stat. Like, you know, I was listening to some of the analysts and they brought that stat up and I you know, and I recorded that and you know, I'm gonna use that stat tonight.
Perfect. So yeah, Stacks. He says Stacks says fly Eagles fly. So obviously Stacks got the Eagles. The next game I'm looking at, let me see because we're just gonna do a quick thing. Lions, I think the Lions should take care of business against the Jags. I think the Packers, if is low Derek Love, Jordan Love, is he should be playing. Okay,
Yeah,
if he's playing, I think the Bears, unless Williams want to redeem himself from what happened last week against the Patriots. Shout out to my Patriots. I think the Packers should be able to go into Lambeau Field and take care of business there too.
I agree with that.
Vikings, Titans. I think the Vikings should be able to take care of business against the Titans, even though Sam Darnold seemed to have come down a little bit.
Yes, he has.
You know, he came back down to earth a little bit. But if he stay in the ship though, if he don't, all Darnold got to do is just be a game management for that team. You got a solid team. You got a solid team. You got the players that's on there that's gonna put you in good position. Just don't throw the ball away. Don't fumble. Protect the ball. Ball protection. So if he do that, I think Sam Darnold will do good, and he might be able to still keep up that streak he's on. Raiders, Dolphins. I think the Dolphins will take care of the Raiders. So I don't know what happened to the Raiders. The Raiders was a team in the AFC, as far as I'm concerned, was on they were few years ago looked like they was trying to add something.
They lost the locker room. That's what happened with them. Devontae Adams, the man in the trade, he got out of there. He was kind of, to me, he was like that leader because he was the superstar of that team. And when you get a guy of that caliber wanting out, there's serious problems going on in that locker room.
Yeah, something weird about the Raiders. It's been like 30 years. They just can't get over the hump.
They just can't get it.
They just can't. 30 years. 30 years. They can't get over.
They'll get there. They got Brady over there in that office. You know, they got a winner, a Super Bowl champion. You know, he's gonna bring some of that magic over there. You know, it may take some time, but they're gonna get there. They're gonna get there. He'll have his hands on that.
Cool. Down to the home team. I know we're going to be interested in watching this game. This could be a very interesting game for the Patriots.
Yes.
The Patriots are in a situation where, you know, they could still come in second in the AFC East or something like that, right?
Hey, I like them to keep it tight in this game, if not win it. I
do too, though. I do too.
They healthy.
Yeah.
Defense, you see how good they can be when they all healthy and they
right. And if they can get Stafford off his spot, man, I think they should be able to do their thing, man. And the receivers, we talked about this last week's show. The Rams receivers, they need to probably drink Ensure or something or eat grits because they can't stay healthy. It's something to do with the bones. These dudes, like, they can't stay healthy. I know they out there. I know is Cup completely back? Is he
back?
He's complete, but I don't. Do you think he's the same? Do you think he's the same?
Yeah, man. I watched them the last game they played. I mean, they lost to the Dolphins, but man, them receivers, they was good.
They look good. What about
they look good? They look great.
Tuka Nakua or whatever. What about him?
He was looking good too, man. They both.
So that might be a good game. The Patriots, Gonzo and Jones got their work handed out for them this week, you know, and that defensive front end may needs to show up like they showed up last week. So, yeah, we'll see what happened on Sunday. That's going to be a good game.
I like
the Patriots on that. I do. You're right. Let's see. Next up, we got Saints Browns. The Saints needs to the Browns are in a situation. Sorry, I really was rooting for Jameis Winston to try to like you said, be the Geno Smith of the Browns. He probably still has. That's what I was saying. He probably still has an opportunity to do that. He just needs to protect the ball. Protect the ball, Winston. Protect the ball. Stop throwing it away.
Yes.
Next game, Jets Colts. I'm not too interested. Big game, Ravens Steelers. That is a big game, and I think that's the one that Stacks was talking about. Stacks was saying that's one of the games of the week.
And shame on the network not flexing that game.
You're right.
Later time. That game should have been later in the day.
You're right, Stacks. That's what happened to the Saints. Derek Carr happened. Truthfully, I'm telling you, there's no way that team started off as hot as they did. Kamara balling like he's still 22 or 23 all over, like he just got back in, like he just got in the NFL when we first saw Alvin Kamara. He's acting like he's that guy all over again. But Carr, it's Carr. I'm sorry. We saw this from the Raiders. We saw this like Carr. He's not. I don't know why people still. Well, I don't know. I don't know why he lost his primary target in Olave. He's been injured. The offensive line been banged up, and he was injured himself. So they've been dealing with some injuries because you got to remember the first 4 games, the Saints were like dominating, man. They was like the top scorers in the NFL. They was going to work. So I don't know what happened.
They got hit with a couple of injuries, and it was just a domino effect. It seemed like they couldn't recover, and they went on a slide, but
Carr, man.
There, maybe next year though.
Maybe next. But that's the thing. How many more years Alvin Kamara can do that though?
Right.
Ravens Steelers. Good game, man. Steelers.
Oh man,
where did they come from, bro? Like
Mike
Tomlin. I forgot to add them into this AFC juggernaut teams, contending teams for the AFC chip. To try to unseat the Chiefs here. Yeah. Like you said, Mike Tomlin. I never doubted though, Stoney. I never doubted Mike Tomlin wasn't a good coach. I never doubted that. He's a great coach. Great coach. He had some down years, and actually the team and the city stuck by him, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you do. That's what you do. And a lot of NFL teams need to take notes, man. They need to like pay attention to stuff like that. There's coaches, you got to give them that time. You can't expect a coach to turn the team around in a year or two. You got to let that coach, you got to give that coach a chance to build something, build his team, draft by draft, free agent by free agent. A lot of times these owners, they get impatient, one and done, two and done. No, you got to give these coaches time to build a team, to build a chemistry, and to build a culture.
True. Yes, Stacks. Barmore will be back this Sunday. So yeah, Stacks, you might be right. That might be another shoring up for the defense. Did the Patriots add somebody to their squad this week, guys, that I don't know about?
I think it was last week. They added a defensive lineman.
Okay.
It was a former first round pick. I got to look it up, but he was a first rounder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you right now who he is, man. I gotta look.
Yeah, I know. I heard that that they picked up somebody last week. I just didn't.
Yep.
I just didn't get the name of the player, but yeah, Barmore being back is probably a big thing for the Patriots, especially our defensive front. It needs to stay healthy. And we know we're building. Hey, keep building on what they going, man. What they got going. I think when they add the little pieces, and the young rookie, May gets better and better, and and becomes more seasoned and more training and not training, practice. He looks like he could be the franchise quarterback. He looks like he could be
I think so. You got to give these guys a chance, man, to grow, especially believe in them, because that's major. Sometimes when you give up on these young quarterbacks mentally, it can affect them.
Right.
And man, when you see all these quarterbacks that found a new home and thrived in their new places and their new locations, man, they went to a good system. They went to a good culture. They went to a good coaching staff that worked with them, finding their strength, knowing what their weaknesses are. You got to just work with them. I get it. Sometimes there's quarterbacks that, they got no hope, and then, you're forced to let them go. There's quarterbacks that are just bad, but you got to give them that opportunity, man.
Right. So real quick before we move on, what do you think about that Ravens Steelers game? I know we didn't call no best bets for some of these games. If you have any picks that's going on these games that you might be rocking with this Sunday, we can go through that slate at the end of the best bets. But what do you think about this Ravens game real quick? Do you think this is a Steelers game or you think it's a Ravens game?
I think it's gonna be a Steelers and Ravens game. It's gonna be
a dogfight.
A dogfight. I wouldn't say back and forth, but it's gonna be one of those games where it's gonna be a team leading for a little while, then the other team is gonna come back and take the lead.
So what's his name got to show up then? Russell
have to show up. The Baltimore Ravens defense got to show up because they notoriously play horrible on the road. That defense on the road is horrible. If you look it up, they give up a lot of points, man. A lot of games they play on the road, they give up a lot of points. Specifically, that Cincinnati game that they won, they gave up a lot of points. I think it was like 30 plus. A lot of road games that defense played in gave up a lot of points. So that defense is going to have to tighten up. Russell Wilson is going to have to take care of that ball because I think every possession is going to be pivotal. Every possession. Because the game will come down to the team that has the ball last.
True.
And that's the reason why I'm taking the Steelers +3. +3. I'm thinking about putting some on the money line, but what I like on this game is the +3. You got to take the team that's getting points. I don't care where this game is played at, whether it's in Baltimore or in Pittsburgh. Whoever's getting points, you got to hop on that because you got to expect this team to be in a dogfight, and you got to expect these games to come down to a last possession. Who got the ball last minute field goal to win it, and you got to expect that because these are the type of games that these teams play.
Right.
So I love that play for this game. But as far as both of these teams, that's what I see in both teams. The Ravens need to tighten up on defense, because I'm not too worried about Lamar. Lamar's going to be fine. That offense is going to be fine. In Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson's going to have to protect that ball because he made some turnovers, especially in that Washington game. They got lucky because he made some turnovers. I mean, he threw some critical interceptions down the stretch. He had a sack fumble. So Russell's going to have to really take care of that ball because their defense is going to be fine. Like, their defense is going to be really good, especially at home. So, yeah, expect the dogfight, but each of those teams are going to have to, tighten up.
Nice. So now we got the Falcons Broncos. Falcons is they 6-4. I mean, they're above 500. The Broncos is at 500. Nobody, I didn't expect that with Bo Nix, but the Broncos is at 500. They 2-2 at home. This game is at Denver. The Falcons is 3-1 at away. So the Falcons is a good road game. It look a good road team right now. It looks like. So that might be a decent game too. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that could be a good game.
Yeah. Divisional game, Seahawks, 49ers, Stacks' team, the 49ers. Geno Smith. Geno Smith is not having such of a good year this year due to his touchdown interception ratio. He's 11 TDs, 10 INTs. Geno Smith needs to protect the ball a little bit better. I think if he was protecting the ball better, their 4-5 record would be different. But they 2-1 on the road. So Seahawks is not that bad playing away from the dome. But the 49ers are 3-2 at home right now this year. So that's going to be a decent game. The 49ers, Seahawks. Big marquee game of the week, Chiefs, Bills. The Chiefs, and you're right, those Stacks. This is a big game, and this is the game where the Chiefs might end up losing. I'm not going to bet against Pat Mahomes, but they are going to Buffalo this Sunday. Let me see, what time is that game? That game is a 4 p.m. game, so it might get a little chilly in Buffalo. Might be a little bit uncomfortable. Weather-wise, who knows? It's still only early November. No. Huh?
You said Buffalo might be uncomfortable?
No, the Chiefs.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said
late afternoon game, but I'm thinking it's not December yet. It's not that cold, and it's cold in New York up there, but not as that frozen type of weather that not saying the Chiefs don't play in that type of stuff either, but we'll see. I think that's going to be a big game. That's going to be a real big game.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game. Chiefs 9-0. I'll say a good. I'll go out and say 8 of those 9 games. No, let's be fair. 7 of those 9 games could have went either way. It could have went either way. You're talking about blocked field goals. You're talking about like a fumble here. A bad call there. So many like luck plays. But
I know
all they could do is play the game.
That's all they could do is play the game. That's why it's going to be a good game. It's an afternoon game, so I think that's going to be a big game to watch in the afternoon on Sunday.
But as you know, a lot of these luck games that these teams win, eventually they run out of luck, right?
True.
So we look to see where does luck gonna run out? Where's gonna run out? You look down at their schedule. Come on, man. There's only one team that could take that luck away from them, and that's the Bills.
Magic. I think it's yo. Listen, I don't know, man, but the dude do magical stuff when he needs to. So we'll see what happens. Excuse me.
That's gonna be one of my best bets.
That's gonna be one of your best bets. You're gonna run that in a little bit because we're about to get into that in a second. Yes, we got the Bengals. That's gonna be a good nightcap game to watch. The Bengals Chargers. 2 young quarterbacks, Burrow and Herbert. The Bengals is trying to get to 500 or somewhere close to 500. They can still sneak back into the wild card situation if they get the shit right. And the Chargers is a sneaky 6-3 too. People ain't talking about them in the AFC at 6-3. If they win this game on Sunday, they really gonna be. I guarantee you're gonna hear some rumblings about what Harbaugh is doing over there in LA with the Chargers, because 7-3 out of nowhere, where they saw a sneak a kind of a shaky team in the past couple of years. That's kind of like making a little bit of noise, especially if they beat the Bengals, right? So look for that game Sunday night. That's going to be a nice nightcap.
I got a little something on that game. So the Chargers, what's going on with them is they're allowing the fewest points in the league right now.
Defense is playing tremendous. Good ball then.
Their defense is playing tremendous, and that defense is winning them a lot of games, because there's been games where Herbert wasn't really performing well. Herbert came off injury that when he came back, he was off to a slow start. They lost some key offensive players during their little mini slump, but the defense kept this team together season-wise, and that's what's keeping them in the playoff, not only in the playoff hunt, but possibly a high seed when it comes to the playoffs. Because I wouldn't go as far as the division, because you got the big monster at the top in Kansas City. But right. Yes, the Chargers, shout out to their defense. Yeah. And this is gonna be a good game.
Good game. Yeah, good game for the what was that again? Was it a nightcap? No.
Yeah, Sunday night game.
Sunday night game. Yeah, so that's gonna be a good nightcap game, man.
So what do you think I'm gonna do in that game? It's a primetime game. Where do you think I'm going with that?
Oh yeah, I just learned primetime Monday.
Primetime Monday. They're a good candidate too, because the Chargers, they don't give up too many points. The defense give up the lowest points per game this year in the league right now. So,
and what kind of dogs they got on the Chargers? I kind of lost track of the roster of the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got some great offensive players. Bosa, he's been that horse. They have I want to say, is it Stingley Jr.? Samuel Jr. I knew they had one of the juniors. They got Asante Samuel Jr. shut down corner. He's playing great.
He's Bosa, finally coming to his own then, basically.
Oh yeah, he's doing his thing. He's been coming through his own a while ago. Like, he's already set. He takes on all the top receivers in all the games. He's like that number one corner that takes on the number one receiver on the opposite team.
Stacks, what you mean by not my team? What do you mean by not my team? Who are you talking about? We talking about the 49ers. We talked about 49ers Seahawks, but let me know who you talking about, Stacks. Throw that back out there. Let me know.
Yeah, they got Bud Dupree. He's
Bud Dupree.
Linebacker for the Steelers. He's bringing that toughness. He's playing some good defensive ball. They got Khalil Mack. He's on the back end, but
right. That's what I was about to say. Khalil Mack is still there.
He's serviceable. They use him accordingly. He's not playing every down, but when he goes in there, he
does something.
He makes his presence known. He makes his presence known. So yeah, they got some good defensive pieces there, and they playing really well, man.
Well, thank you for giving me that little breakdown, a little knowledge about what's going on with the Chargers. I don't know what I kind of like. At one point, I thought, I used to pay attention to the Chargers when I saw they draft Herbert and they had some stuff going on good there. And then they stopped, Herbert got hurt like his first season. I think he was on IR after a few games, and then it went downhill from there. So, and then I put more interested to see what the Bengals was doing. But you said the Chiefs what? He said the Chiefs what? The Chiefs won't be uncomfortable. You see that shit they played in that shit. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right, Stacks. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City gets crazy too. I mean,
it do. They weather gets crazy too.
They get the coldest temps. They're not so much.
They weather gets crazy.
They don't get the snowstorms, but they get those low temps, man.
That temp, that zero, that minus.
That minus
Yeah.
4 degrees, feeling like minus 30 with the wind chill factor. You know, like this team, it gets cold over there and windy.
Right.
So yeah, they know about that cold weather, but not too much the snow. The snow,
Right.
they don't get me wrong, they're gonna be fine, but it's not like it's gonna snow either, but
Right. Yeah,
it
listen.
ain't gonna be a factor when they lose this weekend. Trust me.
I think week 11, the weeks are getting closer and closer, like to the playoffs. Who would to think that, September was just around the corner, like, and now we're already moving into the middle of November into the December, the frozen months of football where it gets really, really interesting. And it's starting to get interesting now just by you see the slates of the games that are meaningful games, Ravens, Pittsburgh, Chiefs, Bills. Some of these teams who's trying to come off the snide, like, the Bengals, things like that. So yeah, this week is another good slate of games. Starting with tonight, Commanders, Eagles. That's a good primetime game.
Great week. Great week for football. NFL
Big
got a
week
great
for
week.
football. Great week.
This week.
So with that being said, we went through the slate. You guys were parlay with us for week 11. We talked about tonight's game, Eagles, Commanders. We gave y'all our little breakdown on what we feel about the game. And now Stony Crook is going to drop you some gems. This is the gems of Stony Crook. The best bet gems of Stony Crook. If y'all never heard it, please pay attention.
Yes,
Give it to them, Stony. The best bet gems from Stony Crook.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna give y'all 3 gems, man. Two spreads, 2 sides, 1 total. And man, I'm gonna start off with a game that I've been monitoring in terms of the point. You might be a little nervous, but I feel like you shouldn't worry too much. And I'm taking the Packers. I'm taking the Packers, man. The Chicago, man, they're having all sorts of problems. They can't score. Caleb Williams is having so many problems. That team is in turmoil. I don't know where they go from here. I mean, the way they lost to us was just not a good look. You got a Green Bay team that knows they gotta stay on their game because Minnesota's on their ass.
Right.
So I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, Minnesota, Detroit. You're right. Yep.
Right. Yep. Detroit as well. But Detroit's already, they kind of, but Minnesota is there, and I'm thinking only it may be 3 teams out of that division going to the playoffs. I mean, it's hard. That's rarely happens, but all 3 of those teams are playing good and they're in the same division. So you want to keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep it up because you got Minnesota, Detroit. I feel like they're going to win that. But Minnesota is who the Packers need to worry about. But I like the Packers in this spot. Plus, -5. I like the Packers -5. I was talking about this game earlier. I was thinking about it, but the more I think about it, the more I like it. I'm taking the Patriots +4.5 against the Rams. They're healthy. They got all their defensive players. The Rams got to travel from one coast to another. Whenever a team got to travel that far to play a game, it's never a good thing. Not saying they can't win, but it might be a tight game. So I'm taking the Pats +4.5. And my best bet, let me tell you, this is my favorite bet of the week, maybe my favorite bet of the year. And that's how I'm going to approach this bet when I go to the window. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills money line to beat Kansas City this Sunday. You can take the -2.5 because it's -2.5 right now. You can take that. I'm going to take that too. I'm going to bet this game twice, minus the 2.5 and the money line. I mean, who knows? But I want to give you guys a good bet. And the reason why I'm giving you the money line, because they just need to win. They just need to win.
Right.
If the Bills beat Kansas City by 1 or 2, you're going to lose the bet. And it can be that type of game. It could be a tight game where the Bills are down 1 or down 2 and end up winning by 1. Or
right.
End up winning by 2. And then, so just to play it safe, just take them to win, the money line.
Take them to win, the money line.
Money line. Go to the window with that. Get crazy. Make this your biggest bet of the year because you're going to cash. Bills. Money line.
Money line. Okay. All right. I hear you. You guys hear that? Stony Cook just gave you the best bet gem of the week. The best bet gem of the week is take the Bills on the money line.
And thank me later. Thank me next week when I come back on the show.
And that's a parlay with us.
Free to,
bet gem.
Send me a gift card.
Yeah, that's that's the best bet gem. I might go to the window on that. Stack says San Fran. Of course, San Fran, I think will be, we'll take that game against.
That's gonna be a tight game because they both be tight,
bad. They play each other good. That's what I'm saying. They play each other good. Seattle and 49ers for some time now have been rivals. They play each other good. It doesn't matter. Since when Russell was there and when they had whoever they had playing at the time. What's this dude? He's not even playing football no more. Mr. Glass that we drafted. Garoppolo, so they and it's before since my man who what's his name, the one that they kicked out the league too, what's his name,
what do you mean from what team?
From the 49ers, the quarterback, the one who they made an icon for the whole kneeling thing. What's his name?
Oh, Colin Kaepernick. I'm
saying they've been rivaling since Pete Carroll took over, them Pete Carroll days and stuff.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh there in the beginning, they was been rivaling that Seattle 49ers thing has always been a little thing. So that you're right. This is the reason why I'm bringing that up and saying that is in that kind of context is you're right. That's going to be a tight game. As much as people think 49ers are better than Seattle, we know that. We can say that based on the roster, the players or whatever but they always play each other good. It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, they play tough. I mean, I would take that's a lot of points. I would take Seattle plus 6.5. Just to say I would do. That's not one of my best this week, but that's something I'm considering because that's a lot of points for a division.
That's a lot of points for a divisional matchup, right? So yeah, Stoney. Yo, I appreciate those are some good best bet gems. Remember, guys, the best bet gem of the week is the Bills on the money line. Do not play with that. Do not play with that. The Bills on the money line. Best bet gems from Stony Cook. Don't play around. And he said don't sleep on that Seattle plus 6 against San Fran.
I like
don't
that.
sleep on that. That might be a little sneaky little something in there that you might want to think about.
Yeah, that's a best bet nominee.
There you go.
Best bet nominee right there.
Best bet nominee. I like the wording on that.
Plus 6.5.
So with that being said, I know this game is about to get started. If it didn't get started already, you was able to join me and Stony Cook at Parlay with us doing our thing. Shout out to my boy Hustle Stacks. Stacks get better. You will get better. We'll see you on the show on Sunday.
No doubt.
And we'll talk all about the experience off the air. And to Sean Doe, shout out to Sean Doe. We'll see you on Sunday.
Sean Doe. We'll see you Sunday.
We'll see you Sunday. Shout out to my man Marty Mar. He know what's good. What up, family? What up, buzzing? Shout out to my buzzing Marty Mar. He's my dude. And we'll see each other on Sunday, Crook. And we'll do it again. So people, check us out again. Sunday Parlay with us. I think about 7 o'clock. We'll be on here giving you guys a nice hot fire show on sports again. This is Parlay with us. See you later. Peace.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.